The year is 1857. Deep within the frozen northern wastes, a ship lies immobilized, crushed, and locked inside thick Arctic ice as its crew desperately attempts to break free. Their mission is urgent, pushing toward the North Pole despite the deadly conditions. Suddenly, a distant explosion echoes across the ice. The captain and his crew rush toward the sound, only to discover a horrifying scene. Blood scattered across the frozen ground and the remains of a violent struggle. Among the wreckage, they find a badly injured man, barely alive. His leg is shattered, and upon closer inspection, they realize it isn't real at all. It's artificial. Before they can process this discovery, something unseen announces its presence. A low, inhuman growl rolls across the ice. The crew rushes the injured man back to the ship, assuming they're being stalked by a polar predator. But when they open fire, their bullets have no effect. That's when panic sets in. Whatever is attacking them isn't natural. One by one, crew members are brutally killed as the creature boards the ship itself with terrifying strength. Even when it's knocked back into the ice below, it doesn't truly stop. The injured man survives and, once treated, reveals his name, Victor Frankenstein. He warns the captain that the creature will return and that it cannot be destroyed. Its purpose is singular: to reclaim him. Victor insists that the only way to save the crew is to surrender him when the creature comes back, because he is the reason it exists. Victor then reveals the truth that chills everyone on board. The monster hunting them was not born. It was made. And Victor Frankenstein was the one who brought it into the world. Victor begins recounting his life, starting with his childhood. He was raised under the shadow of a powerful and emotionally distant father, a respected baron and renowned surgeon. His father ruled the household with authority and cruelty, while Victor's mother lived under constant pressure, especially during pregnancy. Victor grew up witnessing fear, control, and emotional collapse within his own home. Despite Victor's intelligence, his father's expectations were merciless. Mistakes were not tolerated, and discipline came in the form of emotional and physical punishment. Surgery was Victor's destined path, whether he wanted it or not. Tragedy struck when complications arose during his mother's pregnancy. His father attempted to save her through surgery, but failed. She died, while the newborn survived. That moment shattered Victor completely. After her death, Victor watched as his younger brother William was raised in a completely different world, one filled with affection and approval. This only deepened Victor's resentment. Worse still, he couldn't escape the truth that the most celebrated doctor of the age, his own father, had failed the one person Victor loved most. That grief transformed into obsession. Victor became consumed with the idea that death itself was not absolute, just a challenge waiting to be overcome. Years later, after revolutions and fire destroy the family estate and his father dies, Victor and William are separated. William moves to Vienna, while Victor travels to Edinburgh, dedicating decades to pushing beyond the limits of accepted medical science. Eventually, Victor presents his radical research before the Royal College of Medicine. His belief is clear: life may belong to divine will, but death is a process that can be interrupted. He demonstrates his work using a reassembled corpse, proving that electricity and biological energy can temporarily restore motion and function. The reaction is immediate outrage. His work is condemned as unnatural and forbidden. But among the audience is a man who sees potential rather than blasphemy: Henrik Harland. Henrik approaches Victor afterward, intrigued and deeply impressed. Through a connection to William, Henrik gains Victor's trust and challenges him to go further, to not just restore movement, but sustain life itself. Henrik offers Victor something no institution ever would: unlimited resources. In return, he only asks to document the process. Victor hesitates, but the possibility is too great to ignore. Soon after, Victor reunites with William and meets Elizabeth, William's fiancée. Unlike Victor, Elizabeth values life for what it is, not what it could be reshaped into. Yet despite their differences, Victor finds himself drawn to her curiosity and intelligence. For the first time, his fixation on death begins to waver. Victor relocates his experiments to a secluded tower, with William assisting him and Henrik financing everything. Using executed criminals and battlefield corpses, Victor begins assembling something far more ambitious: a complete human form built from many bodies into one. But complications arise. Henrik's financial backing begins to collapse, and desperation sets in. As war looms and bodies become plentiful, Victor is pressured to complete his work quickly. At the same time, Elizabeth ultimately chooses William, leaving Victor emotionally shattered. That loss pushes him back toward obsession. Victor finally solves the problem of sustaining life energy and proceeds with his most dangerous experiment yet. During a violent storm, lightning is harnessed to power the system. But tragedy strikes when Henrik, revealed to be fatally ill, demands the perfected body for himself. A struggle ensues, ending with Henrik's accidental death. With no turning back, Victor activates the machine. Lightning strikes, energy floods the body, and when all hope seems lost, the impossible happens. The creature awakens. It is alive. Victor has achieved what no one else ever has, but instead of triumph, he feels fear. The being behaves like a newborn, learning through observation and touch. Its body heals itself. Its awareness grows, but Victor cannot bring himself to accept it as anything more than an experiment gone too far. When Elizabeth finally encounters the creature, she sees pain instead of horror. She recognizes its suffering, and for the first time, Victor realizes something devastating. He succeeded in creating life, but failed to understand what responsibility truly means. And that mistake will soon cost everyone everything. The creature is capable of speaking only a single word, yet Elizabeth believes that for now, that word holds complete meaning for him. She senses that, as a newly created being, the force animating him may be innocent and uncorrupted. She notices suffering in his eyes. Victor, however, is unable to accept this. His unresolved pain and resentment boil over, and he turns his frustration toward the creature. Consumed by bitterness, he restrains it and violently attempts to assert control, demanding obedience. But the creature resists with frightening strength, snapping the metal rod used against him and crying out Victor's name repeatedly. Realizing too late what he has unleashed, Victor confesses to William that the experiment was a catastrophic mistake and that the being is extremely dangerous. He presents Henrik's dead body and claims the creature killed him in a violent outburst. Fearing for their safety, Victor orders William to take Elizabeth far away and keep the truth from her. Before leaving, William asks how long the creature can survive, and Victor believes its life will be short-lived. Once alone, Victor prepares to destroy everything by setting the tower ablaze. Meanwhile, Elizabeth becomes increasingly distressed, overwhelmed by dark intuition that something terrible is about to happen. She insists on returning. Back at the tower, Victor gives the creature one final chance to prove itself. When the creature unexpectedly speaks Elizabeth's name, Victor reacts not with hope, but with despair. He ignites the fire. Flames consume the tower as the creature screams Victor's name again and again. In the chaos, Victor is thrown clear by the explosion, his legs shattered as the structure collapses completely. William and Elizabeth arrive just in time to witness the tower's destruction. But the story does not end there. The creature survives and eventually reaches the same frozen ship from the beginning. Now, it is his turn to tell his story. After the fire, abandoned and believing himself utterly alone, the creature breaks free, drifting until he washes ashore far from the tower. In the wilderness, he experiences the world for the first time: trees, plants, animals, and hunger. He imitates what he sees, eating fruit alongside deer. When hunters attack him, he flees, discovering that his wounds heal almost instantly. Cold and afraid, he shelters inside a small home. The next morning, the hunters return with their family, including an elderly, blind man. From a distance, the creature listens and slowly begins to understand language. Longing for belonging, the creature secretly helps the family at night, believing they see him as a benevolent spirit of the forest. In return, they unknowingly show him kindness. For the first time, he feels happiness. One day, while the rest of the family leaves, the blind old man stays behind. The creature approaches him, introducing himself as a traveler. The old man, unable to see the creature's appearance, judges him only by his voice and actions. He offers food, comfort, and friendship. In that moment, the creature experiences genuine human connection. Over time, the creature learns to read and absorb stories of humanity, identity, and creation. He witnesses his first snowfall and begins questioning who and what he truly is. His fragmented memories consist only of fire, water, and a single name, Victor. Following that name, the creature returns to the ruins of the tower. There, he finds Victor's research and finally understands the truth of his creation. He realizes he is not truly human and never can be. This revelation shatters him completely. But among the papers, he finds Victor's full name and learns where his creator can be found. When the creature returns to the forest, tragedy strikes again. Wolves attack the old man, and although the creature fights them off, it is too late. The old man dies, offering the creature kindness and forgiveness with his final breath. Moments later, the family returns, mistakes the creature for a monster, and attacks him. He kills one hunter in self-defense and escapes, only to collapse from exhaustion. Even after being shot again, he heals and survives, more isolated than ever. The story then returns to Victor. On the day of William's wedding, Victor claims his obsession has ended and seeks closure with Elizabeth. But she has not forgiven him. She still carries the leaf the creature once gave her, a reminder of something Victor refuses to understand. Later, Victor senses the creature's presence. When it finally appears, Victor realizes that the creature is intelligent. His creation was not flawed. The creature demands companionship, pleading for another being like himself to ease his unbearable loneliness. Victor refuses, terrified of creating more suffering and destruction. Enraged by rejection, the creature attacks Victor, forcing him to experience pain as he has. Elizabeth rushes in during the struggle and is fatally wounded. The creature takes her with him, while Victor falsely claims she was attacked. In the chaos, William is gravely injured. Before dying, he condemns Victor as the true source of the horror. Victor, now fully broken, arms himself and hunts the creature. Meanwhile, the creature carries Elizabeth to a cave, where she dies believing she has found something pure in him. When Victor arrives and sees her lifeless body, the creature attacks again, promising relentless suffering. For days, Victor pursues him through the frozen wasteland. Eventually, the creature confronts him directly. Victor attempts to kill him with explosives, but even that fails. The creature survives once more, healing before Victor's eyes. Exhausted and near death, Victor is finally rescued by the ship's crew. The creature follows, and the two face each other one last time aboard the frozen vessel. Victor, dying, finally accepts his guilt and reaches out in remorse. He acknowledges the creature not as a mistake, but as his son, and asks for forgiveness. The creature grants it. Victor dies hearing his own name spoken with compassion. In the end, the creature frees the ship from the ice, ensuring the crew's survival. Then, alone once more, he disappears into the frozen world, leaving behind a story not of monsters and men, but of creation without responsibility, and love denied until it was far too late.